Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of our NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode, where today we are currently looking at our Craftsman Truck Series results from the race at Texas Motor Speedway, where Ty Majeski got his first win of the Craftsman Truck Series season, clinched his spot in the playoffs. Nick Sanchez came home in second, career best third place finish for Connor Jones. Ryan Preece comes home in fourth, and Caden Honeycutt, another good run, rounds out your top five. Kyle Busch in that number 7 truck for Spire comes home in sixth. Tanner Gray 7th, Ben Rhodes 8th, Matt Craft in 9th, and Connor Zilish rounds out your top 10. Evan Finger comes home in 12th. Tony Bradinger there in 13th. Another 16th finish for Jack Wood. Not great finishes for Tricon today. William Sawalich down in 23rd. Chris Wright, who is the AI put in the one car for this week, came home in 24th. Friesen, not a great finish, 28th. Riggs, 29th. Ankrum, 30th. Then Dean Thompson and Chase Purdy, 31st and 32nd. Tough finishes for those guys. But Ty Majeski wins the Craftsman Truck Series Vancore 250 at Texas, clinching his spot in the playoffs. As we look at the updated playoff grid for the trucks, of course, Majeski joins Nick Sanchez, Tanner Gray, Caden Honeycutt, and for right now, my team truck, the one truck for Tricon Garage in the playoffs, all with victories on the season. And the guy's pretty solidly in points. You got Ryan Preece in the 25 truck, who's actually your points leader. And then the Spire number 7 truck, of course, many different drivers have driven that thing. You got Connor Zilish in the 71. Lawless Allen still hanging above that cut line, as is Tyler Ankrum. Only a plus 13 for Lawless Allen. Tyler Ankrum is just plus 3 over Garcia, who's just below the cut line with Friesen, Riggs, Crafton, and of course, Kobe Howard, your Daytona winner, needs 87 points to be in playoff contention. So Majeski gets a Texas win, and now we are on to the Cup Series here at the Texas Motor Speedway. For the Cup Series, of course, the O'Reilly Auto Parts 500, a track that has not been great to us the last couple of seasons. We have struggled here at Texas, not getting the finishes that we've been looking for to really be successful. So we'll see what happens today. We have some solid couple of momentum going. We had that race where we should have won Martinsville, but we still came home second in a win the previous week. So back-to-back podium finishes. Stories of the race: Eric Jones failed tech inspection, and so did Chandler Smith. Both of those drivers start at the rear. 2 Toyotas, who are definitely going to be fast, I would assume. And so now we are ready to begin this race here at Texas. We are going to be starting here from 27th at Texas in our Best Buy Chevrolets. We are green and underway here at Texas Motor Speedway. Who is going to get the win in the Lone Star State? We are going to find out as Ryan Blaney leads the field to the green flag off into turn 1 and 2. We are back here trying to find our way by Chase Briscoe and Zane Smith. Zane Smith is actually a rival. As after the last race, we did gain 2 rivals, those being Zane Smith and William Byron, so we have to watch out for those 2 guys all day long today. So we get by Zane for 26. Now accidentally make some contact, really trying to side draft Sam Mary there, but I came too close, actually hit him in the fender, so my apologies there. I've been roughing him up a little bit too much lately. So we go into 25th, give Josh Berry a big shove. Here's the 31 of Daniel Hemrick, trying to go by both of these drivers as well as Sheldon Creed, find our way to the top 25. We do not try to go in the top 23, wide for 22nd. What a move. We do pass in the grass, going by Josh Berry and Sheldon Creed. Great pass right there from ourselves, as now we try to get by, of course, Joey Logano, which we do, but now Chase Briscoe gives us a shot here as we try to hang on to 21st. Briscoe trying to make a move now. Later that lap, we go the outside of Todd Gilliland to find our way into the top 20. And then in front of him, Corey Heim and Austin Hill, 2 rookies who are running very well so far today. Of course, Corey Heim, Truck Series, one of the best in the business there, with a favorite for the championship this year. You got Austin Hill, Xfinity Series Super Speedway Beast. John Hunter Nemechek up here. We're 3 wide for 19th. We barely clear Todd Gilliland and send it to the inside of John Hunter Nemechek and move into 18th place here at Texas Motor Speedway early in the opening stage. We're starting to gain some positions now, up about nearly 12 from the start of the race. Now we move to basically the end of the stage here. We've fallen back to 20th. We've been about stagnant right here. It's time for green flag pit stop, so we get it woed up. Coming down for our scheduled green flag pit stop by ourselves here in 18th. It's been a struggle. We used to have a pretty mid car this week. Once again, struggling at the intermediates. We've not been great, which is very frustrating. So now we're going to come down pit road. It'll be a 15-second stop. Myself, Chastain, the whole crew is in here. So we can get the pit stop done. And hopefully we can try to gain some spots on the pit cycle. We got to come out hopefully in front of Ty Gibbs maybe is the goal here, but no, Ty Gibbs comes out in front of us. Not a great stop on our end. We actually lose some time on the pit stop and coming in than what the gap was before him between myself and Ty Gibbs. So what I do is I merge onto the track early here, go way up to the high groove to try to get momentum going so I can get merge on the track quicker with a lot more speed so I can pass by these guys. See, now I'm going to get a comfortable gap over Eric Jones because of that, but we're still going to be a ways behind Ty Gibbs and company here in 22nd, trying to work our way back through this field. And we're probably going to be right around where we were in the 20th place areas. There's still some guys who are taking care of their green flag pit stops here at the end of the stage as we speak, as we go by them here coming out of 3 and 4. So 9 to go in stage 1. We do pass a couple of them. We go by Zane Smith, that puts us in 21st. Go by Josh Berry, puts us in 20th. And almost cycle out right about where we were in that 20th place. We're actually going to go by Brad Keselowski with our big run on momentum down the backstretch and take 19th away from Brad. So a +1 net gain on the pit cycle on the racetrack. A few laps later, still hanging in 19th. Cut off Keselowski, and the caution will come out. I'm not sure why. I wasn't able to find out why, but a caution came out there right near the end of the stage. So we have a restart here. It's going to be with just 5 laps to go in stage 1. Restart here in 18th on the outside of Ty Gibbs. After pit stops, we made sure to come in and get fresh tires. No, I think we all stayed out. We all stayed out on the racetrack just to try to maintain the track position. It really wasn't worth it to come down pit road. We would have lost too many spots on the racetrack. So we stay out. Gibbs clears us for 17th. I try to settle in 18th. Gives a shot there through 3 and 4. He's driving away. We secure 18th a few laps later, catching back up to Ty Gibbs and Austin Hill to try to get around them. Looks like Chase Elliott's going to get to stage 1 win. He's been in control most of the stage. Seems to have one of the fastest cars out there, trying to replicate real life in 2024. Of course, Chase Elliott got his first win since his return from injury at the Texas Motor Speedway. Now 3 laps to go in stage 1. We're going 3 wide underneath Ty Gibbs and Austin Hill. We're going to make that pass temporarily for 16th. We get loose, slide up in front of Ty Gibbs, clear him, and then clear Austin Hill next to the corner come. We'll cut his nose off right there. Very aggressive block being thrown. Now behind the 20 of Christopher Bell, looking for 15th on the racetrack. We make that pass. Now catching the 1 of Ross Chastain for our teammate in 14th to start bringing home a top 15 here in this stage and be solids. Now last lap of stage 1 here at Texas. We are pretty solidly hanging on to this 15th place. Chase Elliott looks like he has a stage win secured. As we try to get one last dive at Ross Chastain through 1 and 2, we just don't have the momentum. And we settle here in 15th. Chastain drives away in 14th. Ty Gibbs, Austin Hill trying to catch up and make a late pass on us here in the last couple of yards of the stage here as they come back to start finish line. Chase Elliott wins stage 1 in Texas. We will bring it home in 15th, earning 0 stage points. Elliott the stage winner. Buscher is 2nd. Larson 3rd. Hocevar in 4th. And then Bowman is on the top 5 in the stage. And then Briscoe, Reddick, Blaney, Byron, and Stenhouse, your top 10 in stage number 1. So add a playoff point to Chase Elliott's total. He's your stage 1 winner. Now we get back underway in stage 2. We are here in 14th after another great pit stop on the yellow from the pit crew, getting us out +2 from where we were. Oh, actually +1. We jump somebody to go from 15th to 14th. Still had a Gibson Hill here on the outside of Kyle Busch, who's driven his way up from the back of the field trying to get in the mix. We just hit the fender right there at Kyle Busch's right rear fender, and that got us loose up the racetrack right there and got Ty Gibbs to our inside. It's a little bit of a mistake there as I was really pinching Kyle Busch down, trying to get by him for 13th. We ended up clipping his fender right there and got us up the racetrack, and we got loose. And now we're securing it on the outside of Ty Gibbs. Got some good momentum on exit of 4 here. We get very loose again. The handling of this car has been a bit of a struggle all day. I've been trying to get it right with adjustments. Haven't quite found it right there. We had a little bit of a door check on Ty Gibbs. We dive to the outside of Kyle Busch right here, trying to move up further than where we are in this 14th place, but we just can't do anything. We still don't have the speed or the handling that we should here at Texas, and we're just not as much of a contender as we've been in previous seasons. I try to lift to get between Gibbs and Christopher Bell. Does not work, and now Bell goes by us. Once again, more contact there. We have to slide in line here in 16th as we just have not gained anything. Just drop back 3 spots on the restart. So now we try to block the former teammates of Keselowski. We're gone a few laps later. We're down in 17th trying to hang on. There's Austin Hill to our inside. Jones to our outside. The backstretch now into turn 1 and 2. Behind us, there's some trouble ahead. Zane Smith runs into Austin Cindric. He spins out as Todd Gillen's wrecking as well with a blown tire. He's up in the air. Goes to Todd Gillen upside down, flipping down the apron end over end here at Texas. Caution is out. A violent crash for Gilliland. He is out of the race. Zane Smith heavily damaged, and we are the only one that decides to come down pit road to take advantage to get fresh tires and enough fuel to make it to the end of the stage to trap a lot of guys a lap down. So we got the 37th there to start. Then we drive by Zane Smith, Sam Mayer, and Riley Erbst again to 34th right here through 3 and 4, and to begin our charge back through the pack now on these fresher tires. Now flying by Harrison Burton. Trying to work by Anthony Alfredo, Michael McDowell, Chandler Smith up ahead. The 13 of Josh Williams making his debut this season in that 13 car for Colleague. We come up the track, can't quite clear him, so just give him plenty of room here. and try to secure this 29th place spot. So you go up into Austin Cindric up ahead. We go right to the inside of him and easily drive right on by. So we now close in on Justin Haley's Walmart Ford. And then Shane Van Gisbergen up ahead of him. Big run to the inside of Haley. We swing low, make that pass with ease. Now go by the Berg for 26. And now trying to get by John Hunter for 25th on the racetrack, which we will do cleanly. As we clear him on exit of turn 2 and draft up to Sheldon Creed, swing down low, side draft into 3 and 4, and go by Creed. Now into 24th, continuing to fly through the field here on these fresher tires. Feeling like Superman right now. We're so fast. Now we're 3 wide with Daniel Hemrick and Corey Heim. He's had a solid year so far. We clear Hemrick, give Josh Berry a huge shove, or else I would have wrecked Corey Heim if I went down low. So we let Berry take that position. We get enough momentum through 1 and 2. We're able to actually stay on the outside right rear quarter panel of Josh Berry right here, and then we get a huge run next to the corner. We swing low on Josh Berry, almost wrecking. That was such an aggressive move. Now a nice side draft into 3 and 4, and we take 21st away from Josh Berry and try to chase down our teammate Chastain for a top 20 spot. Which a lap later we do. We get around Ross for 20th and get underneath Eric Jones, 3 wide with he and Christopher Bell for the 18th spot on the racetrack. So we stay right there on the bottom. We go by Eric Jones into 19th, still side driving Christopher Bell for 18th with 10 laps to go in stage 2. Trying to do everything we can here to get these positions. We are fighting and clawing for every spot on the racetrack, flying with these fresh tires on the restart, and we secure 18th, narrowly clearing Christopher Bell. Nice our sights on the 6 of Brad Keselowski. As now coming out of 4 there, that lap we dive to the inside of Brad. Big side draft right here, 9 to go in stage 2. We take that momentum, and we will move into 17th here with a big run on the inside of Brad Keselowski. We will take that position away, and are now back right about where we were in the 17th spot when that caution came out. So far, strategies worked out brilliantly. Now a few laps later, we're up to 14th. A couple guys have already pitted. Now here comes the rest of the field coming in for their scheduled green flag pit stops. But because we bidded, we have enough fuel to go to the end. And none of these guys do. And this is going to work perfectly for us on strategy. And we might find ourselves with a stage win here. As myself, Austin Hill, and Keselowski stay out here. And now Austin Hill in the 3 brings it down pit road. So does Keselowski. And now we will cycle out to the race lead here at Texas, leading our first laps of the day with just 6 to go in stage 2. Now moving on to 3 to go in stage 2. The 71 is Zane Smith trying to unlock himself here. Huge run. We're trying to go from only 2 to 1 lap down. Moves us out of the way, and Zane does get by us, and we maintain the lead as we go through 1 and 2. Catching more lap traffic, and the caution is out, ending stage 2 prematurely. We win stage 2 here at Texas. Busher, Elliott, Larson, Hocevar the top 5, then Bowman, Blaney, Reddick, Wallace, and Hamlin the top 10. So we, with some great strategy, trapped the whole field a lap down and win stage 2, adding another playoff point to our total. Now, on the restart here, trying to hold off all these guys, trying to get the back on the lead lap. It's Bowman, Blaney, wave rounds. About half the field was split between taking the wave around and the free pass. So Bowman, Blaney, Hamlin, they're trying to stay a lap down and lap themselves. Contact the 40 to Bowman. He's sideways, spinning through turn 1 around. Goes to 48. Bowman back into the pack, into the wall he goes. Crashing with Wallace and Reddick hard into the outside wall. Bowman goes. Caution is out. And as they reckon, Hocevar trying to unlap himself here. I'm side drafting. I'm trying to keep him a lap down. Caution is out. Hocevar still scored a lap down, but he gets the free pass back on the lead lap. Now in the ensuing restart, we're trying to hold off the 17 Chris Buescher for the lead. We just don't have the grip or the handling to do it, and Buescher goes back to the race lead here at Texas as we drop down to 2nd. Now a few laps later, we're still in 2nd. It's Austin Hill. We slammed the back of Josh Williams. I throw a huge block on Hocevar, who's caught all the way back up to me. And that is severe damage there. So now we come in hot to pit road. We actually beat Hocevar on pit entry and get right to the outside of Ryan Blaney. So we do stay ahead of Hocevar, coming in for our scheduled 4-tire pit stop here, right? Our final pit stop of the day, it should be. Late in this race, we're about 4th or 5th place. Chris Buescher's got a huge lead. Austin Hill, Brad Keselowski, Carson Hocevar are the 3 guys who've been racing around for the most of this final stage. But because all the guys being trapped a lap down, we've been pretty secure in our spot here in the top 5. We come out of pit road ahead of Hocevar with Larson to our inside. We actually beat Kyle Busch as well. We come out 2nd once again, go up onto the racetrack early, coming out of pit road to get that big momentum so we can go flying by these guys that are coming out of pit road like Larson and Kyle Busch, going slower than us, and that works beautifully. And we get solid momentum. We were currently in 2nd, but here comes Austin Hill. Big run. We throw a massive block on 3. Here comes Brad Keselowski. I don't even see him. It's too late. Brad is hauling ass to our outside here. And Keselowski is going to take that 2nd spot away. As Austin Hill's going to make it 3 wide. Nearly we throw a block. We're fighting with everything we've got for second. Just 14 to go in Texas. I think it could be an RFK Racing 1-2 finish. Chris Buescher is gone with that lead. Keselowski's got some speed here. We're racing for second. Now Austin Hill does make it 3 wide for second out of turn 2. An incredible battle between myself, the 3, and the 6 going at it here. All of us have benefited greatly from that caution mid-stage 2. Everyone being chopped a lap down. We've gotten track position and been racing hard at the front. Hill, we give him a shot. He goes in a second, and we lose the back end of the car with the grip on exit of 4. And here comes Keselowski. Contact right there through 1 and 2. I don't give him much room, so I'm a little frustrated about that contact. He secures 3rd. We drop down to 4th. Here at Texas, we give him a little shot there, trying to get close to him, and then we just don't have the handling, and the car just goes way up the racetrack, too tight, and we fall down to 4th. Now later in the run, Hocevar is driven by myself, Keselowski, and Hill, and we dropped all the way down to 5th. Here comes Chastain going by. He's still 27 1 lap down, so now just 5 laps to go. We're running P5, trying to secure a top 5 finish at the end of this race. I'm proud of what we've done. The caution comes out, which makes things interesting, so a very pit strategy. We're down to 12 because I decided to take 2 tires and gas here in this final pit stop just to get a little bit of an advantage. A good amount of guys stayed out, and some guys behind me took 4 tires as well. So a lot of different strategy being played here late in the race at Texas, where this is just, it's only 2 laps to go. It's like an overtime restart. 2 to go in regulation here at Texas. We are struggling on this restart. Now we dive to the inside of Chase Elliott for 11th, trying to secure a top 10. Chris Buescher has the lead, but Carson Hocevar is giving it everything he's got to get his 2nd ever win here in the Heat 5 career mode. Remember, he won Talladega last season. Trying to get done at Texas. As now we are in 9th here. White flag in the air. Final laps of incredible bank for Buescher. We send it to turn 1. Slam the legacy duo of Nemechek Jones. Nemechek completely sideways. Loses a ton of momentum. We are 3 wide. Eric Jones and Josh Berry squeezing him up the racetrack. William Byron to our inside. We're currently 8th. Byron's a lap car. I'm trying to hang on to whatever positions I can right now. We let Byron go by. Get to that bottom right in front of Chase Elliott. Trying to get one last ditch effort to get by Josh Berry. Does he get a little bit too loose there next to the corner as Chris Buescher wins at Texas, barely edging out Carson Hocevar for the victory. And we will come home across the line here, trying to get Josh Berry. Can't quite do it. We come home in 8th, slamming the wall afterwards, but still a solid top 10 finish here at Texas after what looked like it was going to be a mid-pack finish. Tough day, solid finish, continuing to maintain our points lead as we get your final race results. Of course, Chris Buescher gets his 1st win of the season, goes in the playoffs once again. Carson Hocevar gets his best finish of the year as well, coming home in 2nd. Great run for him. And Austin Hill coming home in 3rd. Good run for the rookie. Then Keselowski in 4th. Eric Jones runs out of the top 5. Then Zane Smith somehow finds his way to get 6th place after everything he went through. Then Josh Berry 7th. We come home 8th with a stage win, so a good points day for us. Chase Elliott 9th. And Joey Logano rounds out your top 10. Other notable finishers, Justin Haley, great recovery, comes home 11th. Nemechek dropped to 12th after that contact we made with him. Another top 15 for Chandler Smith. How about Anthony Alfredo, 15th. Harrison Burton, 16th. The last 2 guys on the lead lap, great finishes for them. Then Byron, Larson, Hamlin, Bowman, Bell, Busch, Chastain, Gibbs were the first 8 guys trapped a lap down who all had really fast cars. Then DNS for Sam Mayer, Chase Briscoe, and Todd Gilliland. So Buescher gets the win. As we updated point standings, we extend our points lead to 44 over the 24 of William Byron and got our 4th stage win of the season. So now we got 14 playoff points, helping out our cause for when we get to the playoffs. Then, of course, Byron, Bell are in on points, as is Chandler Smith down there in 9th. You saw the rest of the top 10 in the points. Then you got Keselowski the win, Gibbs, Elliott, Reddick, Berry, Chastain above the cut line with Kyle Busch, Hocevar, McDowell, and Austin Hill, the first 4 below the playoff bubble at the moment. Still early in the season, got a long way to go. Let's see the rest of the grid struggling still. Chase Briscoe down 27th in points. Bubba Wallace still 32nd. Nemechek 33rd. And Cindric is 39th. Those guys really, really disappointing so far. Struggling in the point standings. Up to this point. So we lead the points after a wacky race in Texas. Now we lead the playoff grid. Of course, we remain at the top with 2 victories. And now Chris Buescher joins Blaney, Bowman, Logano, Larson, Hamlin, and Keselowski to become our 8th different winner through just 9 races of this season already. So I'm in with 2 wins. Blaney, Bowman, Buescher, Logano, Larson, Hamlin, Keselowski all have 1 win and are in the playoffs at the moment. Then comfortably in on points, you got William Byron, Christopher Bell, Chandler Smith, Ty Gibbs, Chase Elliott. Then right around that bubble area, you got Tyler Reddick at plus 26, Josh Berry at plus 25. above the cut line. Then Ross Chastain on the bubble, +9 over Kyle Busch. And then Hocevar out by 17, McDowell out by 21, and Austin Hill and Josh Williams each out by 22. So until the next episode, we'll be racing at Talladega. I hope you all have a good one.